on me. Welcome into the Nontendo podcast. We're starting fresh right now. We had a massive audio glitch the first time we went live. If it happens again, I'm going to pull my hair out. My name is Woodhawker, and I'm excited.
Don't pull my hair out because I'm very attached to it. So
I'm excited to talk about Pokemon today. And I was trying to make it a surprise, but Ham is back.
I'm here. Hello. I'm back. I made it.
Fresh off of COVID.
Yes.
Actually,
well,
I probably
something like that.
I shouldn't say that so quickly in the episode. Can
Right.
you erase that? Can you bleep that?
I am not a miracle worker
I feel like
here,
YouTube's
okay?
algorithm's gonna hate that I said that.
I don't know what you want me to do about it.
Is that what you had though?
I think I might have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tasted like it, if you know what I mean.
It tasted like it.
It tasted like
a
that's
bat.
for sure. Yeah. Well, now who's the one messing up?
I hope that you're all good because I don't want to get sick.
I'm okay. I'm doing good.
I'm excited to be back with him. It's given Kim the day off. She has got a lot of pregnancy cramps. And I'm excited. You know what else I'm excited for?
The intro music?
Yep.
Did you like how I picked up on what you were going for there?
Yeah, I did.
Tight.
I'm not sure. It was a bizarre. We went live and immediately a bizarre, extreme audio issue that cannot be explained.
Inexplicable, completely.
We didn't figure out what it was. We just took the episode down and started again because it was immediate. And I think it's just a cursed sign of Ham.
Well, okay,
This-
hold on.
no,
let's
this
unpack
is
this.
not-
Are we really going to unpack this right now?
This
Because
is not-
let's talk about all the problems that you had last time during the show without me here.
Nothing that I had to rip the episode down and start again.
I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we both can't explain what the hell just happened.
I'm not blaming you. I'm saying cursed. There's something about audio when you're here at the start of an episode, even in the first minimum 5 minutes, where something goes wrong inexplicably that we can't explain. You can get upset, but you're telling me that's not a curse.
Am I fired? Am I fired or
For
no?
a curse? No, I can't fire you for a curse.
That's true.
I'm not
That's
saying
true,
it's your fault. I'm saying you are cursed, and that's your fault.
Well, what we can all be grateful for is the fact that Clint Thurman just super chatted $20 and said, "Welcome back, Ham," and I can appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for saying that. I don't have chat. I forgot to have chat. You're gonna have to fill me
Also,
in.
Tito Martinez with the $1.99 super chat says, "Ham." Thank you.
I want to bring up chat. Actually, you guys are crushing it lately with
really
these super
are.
chats. Thank you so much.
They're doing great.
Can you keep me abreast of the super chats? Because
Abreast?
usually
Yeah, I can do
I
that.
miss them.
I'll do my best. I will. Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you so much for doing that and for saying that.
Yeah.
And thank you. We got a new member as well. Did you?
I don't know how to. I don't know how YouTube works.
It's just a member. It's a Miss Lisa Dream.
Lisa Dreams. There you go.
All right. So we have a lot to talk about today. We're deep diving into Pokemon. If you're watching this and not listening, or listening, I guess I'm going to explain to you. I have a table filled with Pokemon stuff here. And a lot of it's very nostalgic. As I was pulling it all out, I realized how much sentimental value I have a lot to this Pokemon stuff. All of these are my original Game Boy games from Australia. The Game Boy Color ones, blue, red. Well, that's not Game Boy Color. You know what I mean. Leaf green, which I actually believe was my brother's. Silver, gold. Then I have the Japanese red that I bought while I was in Japan. A lot of this I got in Japan, actually.
Love that.
This guy I got at one of the Pokemon centers in Japan. They had every single stuffy for every single Pokemon. And I wanted to get one, and I chose Dratini because it's so cute. This came from the Pokemon Cafe. So did that mug. I don't know if you can see the mug, the little wooden one in front of Ham there.
No, I moved it because it was kind of in the way. But
It's the coolest mug. I got that at the cafe as well. What else have I got here? Oh, this is that really rare Pokemon Happy Holiday Switch that I got in the last Japanese vlog. Pokemon themselves sent me this denim Pikachu.
I love that.
It's like a weird denim fabric. So
It's cute.
Pokemon Company actually have been really nice to me over the years. I haven't heard from them in a minute, but they've sent a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
Like that Pokemon Pikachu and just a ton of Pokemon
There's
cards.
a lot of cool stuff over here too, but
Yeah, I got that ramen Pikachu.
What is this? Explain this.
Nintendo,
What is this?
Pokemon sent me that ramen Pikachu there on your right or your left, camera left.
This guy?
He's holding ramen.
This guy?
No, the Pikachu holding ramen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. Man.
That thing there is something that the one in front of you is Kim and I saw that in Japan and we really wanted it, and then she bought it for me when we got home.
Beautiful. I was there at GameStop when you bought this too. So,
oh yeah. Refused to open that. It's too cool.
Well,
all right.
We got a couple super chats, by the way, and they have some questions about Pokemon ZA and stuff about that, so we can field those later. But big thanks to Munching Munchlax for the $9.99 super chat, and also, Prof Rock for the $2.22.
I wonder how many days there are until that Switch 2 Direct. 34.
Yeah, it's a good guess, I would say.
34. We're getting really close to that. That's a month out at this point. Thanks to Feb being so short as well.
I know.
Literally a month out.
Love and hate February being short, but yeah.
I was thinking today, like, it's going to go by so quickly. Like, this month is going to fly by because life is life. But then as soon as we get that Direct from there, it's going to be crazy. We're going to be rushing out trying to get pre-orders. Then it's probably going to release a month or two after that, and we're going to release with cool new games like Mario Kart, and then a month or two after that, we're going to get like third-party games, we're going to get Pokemon ZA, we might get Metroid. Like, I feel like as soon as that Direct rolls around...
Are we doing okay over there, King? What's going on? We good?
I don't know, I'm getting messages about the... Never mind.
I'm gonna expand real quick because I gotta wait for my lower third to disappear.
That's fine.
There you go.
as soon as we get this Direct, I feel like the rest of the year is gonna roll so quickly. I'm really excited.
There's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We got Switch 2, we got Wood 2. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, Wood and Kim too.
Yeah, Wood.
It's like a mishmash. Yeah, exactly. It's a collab.
It's like a twofer.
It's a twofer kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of a collab. Kind of like a twofer.
We're also inching
calling a baby a collab is crazy.
I collab with Kim on something special.
Oh my god.
We also are inching towards the 100K subscribers. Thank you to everybody that's hitting that subscribe button.
Yeah, it was like I checked, and it was like 1,300 new subscribers in the past 30
I know,
days.
you guys are crushing it. Thank you. And then the Patreon support's crazy, and the super chats are crazy. I really appreciate the support, and I'm just so excited for everything this year, both on the podcast and the main channel.
Yeah.
We want to do voicemail, and then we'll get tucked into the Pokemon Presents, or do you want to save that?
I am happy to do a voicemail. I'm realizing that you would need to share your screen to do it now because it's not on this.
Let's not do it. Let's not pull the ripcord.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I can make it happen, but I'd have to open Discord. So.
I want to dive straight into the Direct or the Pokemon Presents, but before that, there's one thing I want to share because I keep forgetting to share this every week, and it's the last week that I can share it. If you can show my screen. So, if you guys remember, we did an episode with F&D Films, Aaron and Vinny.
I recall.
A while ago.
Yep.
Really nice guys. They ended up becoming really close friends of mine. I love those guys a lot. I supported their last movie, and also I bought their DVD. When I was like 18 or 17 maybe, I bought their DVD. Like, I was such a big fan. I am a big fan of them. They're original YouTube content creators. And they're working on their new movie, and they started an Indiegogo, and I've supported this one too. And I just want to give it a shout out. Take a look over it and see what you think. It's for a horror movie. They're working with some really cool special effect artists and prop artists, and it's an idea they've had for years. And yeah, I just wanted to give it a shout out. If you enjoyed that episode where they were on, check out their Indiegogo here for Meat Man. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show that.
Love that.
Yeah, I'll leave a link down below too. It's not there right now, but I will leave it. Okay, let's dive into the Pokemon Presents. Do you want to start off the rip with the Pokemon ZA trailer, or do you want to go through the whole thing?
I haven't seen it yet, okay? Because as everybody knows, and as you know, I don't watch you or your content. So,
well, I only just uploaded the video while you were here,
but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing is true.
It's 19 minutes long, and I'll tell you now, the only interesting thing.
You said it was 3 minutes. Oh, your video is 19 minutes long.
The Pokemon Presents is 19 minutes long.
Oh, the Pokemon Presents. Okay,
and I'll tell you now, the only interesting thing is Pokemon ZA, which is 3 minutes long, and it's near the end. The rest is very boring.
I'm down.
As is every Pokemon Presents.
Right.
So you want to start with the fun, or you want to get there?
I'm happy to start with the fun. Which, by the way, one of the super chats that came in said that Pokemon Presents was mid. So.
It's Pokemon Presents is mid every time.
Okay.
They do 20 minutes. It's mostly fluff. It's mostly mobile games and updates to like Unite or whatever, and then they have one big thing at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then let's get straight into it. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's
yeah.
dive straight into the news. I'll just skip ahead then in the actual event. Boom bam, boom bam. You ready?
I'm so ready, brother.
I don't know how much I want to pause this. I'll pause it here.
Be a pause handy all you want. It's a podcast, dude. Let's do it.
I feel like I feel I wish they would get help.
Yeah.
I wish they would get help. I say this every time because I see the vision. I truly do see the vision, but their world building skills, like Gamefreak's world building capabilities, are
unchanged.
They're also just so rudimentary.
Yeah.
Like they're so basic. Like the architecture here of these buildings and just the general vibe of everything is all the same. They had one idea for a building type and they kind of moved around some windows and colors, but for the most part, it's just so rudimentary. It's so straight cut. It's so, here's a rectangle building, here's a rectangle building, here's a rectangle building. It's just very uninspired. And I wish they had more help with world design, but I appreciate the scope of the city they've tried to build. It does look quite large. Okay. And if the whole thing is explorable, that, maybe you can...
If it's going to look like this on Switch too, I really hope that we're still getting... Oh, okay, we're good.
I hit play a long time ago, by the way.
I don't know. YouTube's been doing that for me a lot too. I don't know. I was going to say, if it's going to look like this on Switch too, I really hope that we're going to get the frame rates that we deserve out of
the frame rates are going to be an absolute mess.
I know.
There's no shot they're going to be good.
I was going to say, like, looking at what we're looking at right now, if Arceus or anything else was an indicator for frame rates, then this is optimistic frame rates.
Frame rates are going to be awful. Yeah. So we have a look inside here at one of the areas. Now, these shop fronts, you remember Scarlet and Violet?
Vaguely, yeah.
These are very like the shop fronts from Scarlet and Violet. They had these little outlet mall type things, and you would walk up to a door and it would trigger a load screen and trigger a shop front like menu screen, and you would shop. This is just straight taken from Scarlet and Violet, which is fine. Obviously, I would prefer to be able to walk into a store in real time. Walk up to a counter, maybe explore the store, buy something.
Rob the clerk.
Rob the clerk. Very Red Dead Redemption. No,
exactly.
But Pokemon like to cut a lot of corners here to streamline things and to ease up the frame rates. So, this is, it's just showing a montage of everything, then it explains it more later. But we just saw. I'll explain to you some of the wild areas in the game. So, and chat tell me if I'm wrong here, but it seems like the whole game is set just in the city. Yeah. So you know how in Pokemon Arceus you had a little village and you could go out to all these huge expansive areas?
All over the place.
This seems like, to me, you have this one giant city that's your playground, and the city has sectioned off certain streets that are wild areas where they let Pokemon roam and grass overgrows. And you can go in there and you can interact and catch Pokemon. Yeah. Which is an interesting idea. I said in my video today, I think I didn't edit it. I don't know if it got cut out. It would be wild if like you walk down a street in New York City and that street was sectioned out to be like a touch zoo type thing. Yeah. And you just walk in there and there's like giraffes and pigs.
They kind of have that,
They have a zoo. They have a Central Park zoo.
Yeah, in Central Park, yeah.
And then they have rats in the streets.
They have those as well, yeah. They do.
And
more
also,
of them than people.
This confused me a little bit. So I believe that Totodile and Chikorita are Gen 2 Pokemon, but Tepig is Gen 5.
Sure.
So they got rid of the Cyndaquil, whatever the name of that Pokemon was, and replaced it with the pig.
Okay.
So why did they mesh?
Couldn't tell you. That's a question for either Jordan Fringe or Scootish.
Or Austin John.
If I were to phone a friend.
They're usually all on speed dial.
That's true.
We could phone a friend. I don't know if we're set up for that. I do love the pig. The pig is very cute. I think I'm going to go Totodile, though.
Okay.
Are you going to play this?
Okay. Maybe. I don't. Right. I'm on the fence because I love a good open world game, and if it's done well, I would definitely try it. I'm 100% down. I would probably go Chikorita. Yeah.
Cool. When do they start talking? I don't think I've seen this.
Well, hold on.
What's that?
That's cool.
What happened?
We're looking at right now.
What happened?
So yeah, it's like real time, like Pokemon
Did
battling.
you not play Arceus?
What? No.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Of
I thought
Arceus.
it looked like shit. I hate it.
Oh, well, the reason why Arceus was sick, despite how it looked, was that it introduced for the first time in a core Pokemon game the battling mechanics of like open world. You throw a Pokeball wherever you want to catch Pokemon, and then you also throw out Pokemon whenever you want, and they can battle and interact with wild Pokemon just in the overworld.
You know, I feel like they stole that from Pal World.
Yeah. So they haven't got to it yet here.
Yeah.
But something they've added to this version, which is really sick, is certain moves will have lengths and like distances and will go on a certain trajectory. So now when you say, hey, do this attack, if the Pokemon aren't lined up or you don't say it at the right time, the attack can actually miss.
Oh.
So almost like the actual anime.
That's cool, yeah.
And there's a shot in here too of, we'll get there. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead. But he has like a Butterfree type bug, whatever the Pokemon is called. It's not Butterfree. And a Fire Blast comes, and he moves around, and the butterfly follows him and dodges it. And then he retreats it, and he throws out Onix and makes Onix attack.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, there's a lot.
No,
more
I
strategy.
really like that a lot.
Yeah, it's sick. Actually, it's like the big change in this one for the gameplay, and I like it a lot. I actually haven't seen any of this.
No?
No, because I reacted to the separate standalone trailer that wasn't in the Pokemon Presents.
Whoa.
And none of this like preamble, like
Nontendo exclusive.
B-roll was in that.
There you go.
Also, can we talk about just the visuals on this building?
Yeah.
Like, who are we kidding?
It looks terrible.
It's such a pain because I don't want to be negative, but on one hand, I am very excited for this because I loved Arceus, and on the other hand, I can't ignore the elephant in the room that this game is fugly as all hell.
No, I agree.
This building is like just so unresolutioned, not assets not loading in vibe.
Yeah. I'm not saying
look at that.
Like we don't need building interiors, right? Like we're okay with that. But like just look at those window panes. Look at how
there's no depth to it.
There's no depth. Like they're
an
forward
image.
facing sprites.
It's a JPEG.
Yeah.
But not only is it a JPEG, they couldn't even make it a nice crisp one. It's just so low resolution. Like, this isn't actually even assets that they've built in the game. This is just a picture slapped onto the side of a building. Why can't the picture be high resolution?
It's like it's literally like a digital facade.
This is bare bones game development. Game Freak, I need you guys to listen to what I'm saying. Game Freak cannot design worlds. They don't possess the know-how. They don't have the technology.
They're not matching our Freak, so to speak.
They're not matching our Game Freak.
Yeah, they're not matching our Game
I don't know why they keep trying and they're not getting help. Like every element to it is horrible. When you put it all together, it's passable. Because it tricks your brain and it's like, well, it's a city. But if you actually break down any like small part of it, it's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, you did like a weird like jump gliding thing.
Oh my god, Pokemon Assassin's Creed.
So we're flip-flopping between being excited and being annoyed, which is the Pokemon experience.
Yeah, we're excited for the mechanics, but it always is going to look like shit. You know?
He does do like a weird Assassin's Creed flying thing, rooftop to rooftop. So that does actually create like a Tears of the Kingdom level of depth.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have this massive city, but you have all the rooftops.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yes.
That adds a whole... I wonder if there's like an underground.
Right. By the way, a super chat from Last Gen Gamers, $5. Thank you so much. What sucks with sharing a birthday with Pokemon is a lukewarm gift every year. Hopefully ZA is going to be good because I haven't been impressed recently. So, hey, preach to the choir, brother.
Yeah, we're right there with you. I mean, I'm staying positive as I can.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they refuse to get help. Because like... This is most likely going to be a Switch 2 day one launch as well, because it's releasing late this year.
Yeah.
And this is, one of the Switch 2 games we're going to get. And you know that people on the other side of the fence, the PlayStation fans, the PC fans, they're going to look at this and they're going to get a bad opinion of the Switch 2.
Right.
They're going to be like, oh, this is what the Switch 2.
Yeah.
We do this all the time with Pokemon specifically because Pokemon is so widespread. Millions of people love Pokemon. Millions of people have eyes on Pokemon. And for a lot of people outside of the Switch ecosystem, this is their reference point for what Switch games look like.
The unfortunate reality is that Nintendo is perfectly capable, Pokemon company, perfectly capable of maintaining their business and thriving through maintaining their business by just doing more of the same, right?
I feel
because
like
because the fan base is so
I
huge.
feel like a
and
dam
the
will
fan
break
service,
eventually.
Yeah. Maybe eventually, but I mean,
you
you're
already
gonna
see
buy
it.
this.
There's people in the chat. So you just read a comment.
Yeah, but I still think a lot of even the people in chat right now who are like, "This looks like shit," are still gonna buy the game.
I think a dam will break eventually. I really do, and I also feel like they would perform and sell even better if they actually looked good.
I agree. I think they would perform and sell a lot better.
But anyway, as I was saying, you know what I mean? Like this is a lot of people's reference point, and the Switch 2 is going to immediately get off in the first year on a bad foot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are going to look at it and be like, oh, huge upgrade to the Switch, huh? $400 for the Switch 2, and this is what it looks like.
It's unfortunate.
And I'm hoping there'll be like a improved Switch 2 version, but no matter how much resolution they pump into it or smooth out frame rates, the game is designed at its base the way it's designed, and this is just how the game looks.
Right. $2 super chat from Zero Gifted Sub says, I wish the invented alphabets weren't gibberish. Thank you for that. And then also Christian's second something. Name is cut off. $2 super chat also says, do you think it looks better than Arceus? And I don't.
I would need to see them side by side.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a huge improvement.
Yeah.
I think some areas look a little better, and I think that's just because if they really have focused on only making a city and not like 5 or 6 large, expansive, huge areas, they might have been able to condense their efforts a bit. As a whole, though, no. I mean, I think it looks on par. I think it looks as bad.
Yeah.
They're clearly working with the same engine and the same assets and the same everything from Arceus, so there's only so much better that it will look.
I agree.
Oh, you see the dodge there too. I'll rewind it a little bit. So there's like a fire spinning wheel, and he leads the Totodile over to the right, turns him around, tells him to attack. So that's pretty sick.
That is pretty cool. Gives it a little bit more like MOBA energy.
Yeah, more tactics, more strategy to the battles.
Right.
And I said this in my video too, but it breaks it even further away from the traditional Pokemon style games where you would select an attack and it would hit, Right. It's just, there was a chance of it missing, but it was a random chance.
Mm-hmm.
This is taking it even a step further from like a turn-based RPG, because even in Arceus, if you selected an attack, it just had a random chance of missing or hitting. Right? Whereas now you can actually control that element.
Yeah.
You can actually get good at battling in this game.
Right. Also,
beyond spamming an attack.
Yes. And also a $10 super chat from Tyler Owen says, Pokemon Champions is a big deal for competitive. It's an official version of Pokemon Showdown. I hope that it turns out to be a new full-fledged stadium game. Also, Cyndaquil was an Arceus. So.
As one of the starting Pokemon?
I don't think we were talking about Cyndaquil, were we? Or no, we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying it was... Yeah, I think that's what we're saying is it was replaced, right?
What?
What? It doesn't matter. It's not important.
The 3 starting Pokemon in this game, 2 of them are the starting Pokemon.
In Arceus.
No. 2 of them are the starting Pokemon from Gen 2.
From Gen 2, yeah.
But they switched one out for some reason.
For Gen 5, yeah.
Whereas the starting Pokemon in... who are the starting Pokemon in Arceus? I don't even know.
Couldn't tell you, didn't play the game.
Don't even know. All right, I'm getting bored of this montage. Give me the thing.
City that people and Pokemon City in the Kalos region, the Pokemon series.
All right, here we go.
The story takes place in Lumio City, the large.
So yeah, here we have the city. You can see how big the city is. To be fair,
they made Tokyo Tower.
And there's a big, almost French-looking city around it.
Yeah.
City in the Kalos region.
Very European.
Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas.
Beautiful vistas is a lot.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, I would
That's
say.
a big word. I
that's a
think
lot,
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech
Adequate.
urban redevelopment plan to
Adequate. I
Adequate
think,
vistas.
Yeah. Adequate vistas.
Even then,
yeah.
maybe just vistas.
Yeah. Just vistas.
Just vistas.
Let's just drop the adjectives, the
Yeah,
visual
let's
adjectives,
just go-
because we all know that it's not. It's
You don't
not.
wanna
We're
go
not
in that
stunning
direction.
anybody here.
I mean, we're literally looking at a 240p resolution wall right now.
It really looks bad.
By the way,
It's not good.
to break down this beautiful game development here from Gamefreak, on the left and right of this wall, we have clearly a little slightly more rendered in different kind of brick.
That's so bad.
That is overlaying on top of a low resolution, way worse
They
brick,
put this in the trailer?
and it's not even lined up in a way that would actually be built in real
It
life.
doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes literally no sense.
It's just two visual like 2D assets that are just like improperly meshed with each other.
The floor is also a different level of low resolution floor, and on the right here you can almost see like an error
yeah.
in the way that it's joined up with the wall.
Uh-huh.
So, you know,
Beautiful vistas though.
beautiful vistas, beautiful environments really all
a
around.
city that people
Oh, actually that little black mark I saw looked like it was actually the floor glitching out a little bit.
Whoa.
Well, I can't even get back. Where the hell was it?
Where are you right
Where
now?
am
What
I?
are you doing?
What happened?
city to see the
I
sights.
don't know.
You'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner. Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile.
That right there, not too bad. This one shot, not too bad.
Not too bad. Yeah.
You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its inhabitants.
All right, we don't need to watch the whole thing. Let's just skip to what we do best. You weren't
Aim
even
caref-
impressed no more. You're used to it. What song is that?
You're asking the wrong dude.
Then throw a Pokeball. If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier.
We're battling up on the rooftop here. I'm really interested to see how I'm just I want to know if you leave the city.
I mean, I want to also, but
It doesn't seem like it.
It does. It does feel a little odd that we're being confined to a city.
It does seem like a slight step back.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the city looks big, but not like that big.
No.
Not as big as Arceus's worlds.
Right.
I think the next part is
This
the battling.
game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles.
Here we go.
Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
I really love that.
Yeah, that was cool.
There's a better example coming up, I think. But
Lead
yeah,
your
here.
partner Pokemon
See, he like dodged it with the
on
butterfly,
through
the
battles and
Vivillon.
dodge incoming
Switches to
attacks.
Onyx.
Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move.
It's just cool. It just I've already talked about it, but it adds a
What's
whole new
more,
level of
certain
strategy.
Pokemon can go beyond
And I also
evolution
like Mega
by
Evolutions being
undergoing
back.
Mega Evolution.
Oh.
I think that is the best, the best like a bonus evolution we've had in a game. I never really got into like the Crystal Pokemon or the Gigantamax Pokemon. They all felt very gimmicky, whereas this was just really cool at the time. Maybe because I was younger, but I was like, oh, I can evolve my Charizard a step further, like going Super Saiyan 4
Super
Goku.
Charizard.
You can go one
Yeah.
step beyond. You know,
Exactly.
it's kind of cool. It's very early
When a
2000s
trainer's
coded.
Keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor.
That Charizard is not as big as I thought he would be.
Yeah.
It's kind of a short king.
I would think that a Mega Evolution would make it a lot bigger, but I know that like I think Charizards typically are about that size. They're like 5 feet tall. Yeah.
Are they really only 5 feet tall?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I thought he was a. You could ride a Charizard in the anime.
You have a Charizard card right there. Is that in English or Japanese? The one. In front of
It's
that
in
one?
English.
What does it say for the height?
Does it actually tell you the height?
It usually does, yeah.
Where does it say that?
Like in the right beneath the
5'7".
Yeah, 5'7". He's a short king.
Whoa,
yeah,
I didn't know he was so short. Pikachu
Yeah.
is 1'4".
1'4". That's tiny.
That's a foot.
It's a foot.
Well, it's not that tiny,
Yeah.
depending on what we're measuring.
Depending on what we're measuring.
Huge.
In its favor.
All right. I
As
think that's pretty
Lumiose
much it.
continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon.
What do we think? You can cut away because I want to bring up chat too. What do you think?
I think, I mean, I'm unsurprised and still disappointed with how visually unimpressive it is. But at the same time, I do like the new mechanics that we're seeing. And that's enough to make me at least want to play it. I don't know if I want to spend the money to buy it, but I would want to play it, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, chat, give me your vibe. Can you do a poll in chat?
What do you want it to be?
What should we make it be? Do we excited, just mid, or not interested, I guess?
Or how about will you buy it?
No.
Okay.
Just Pokemon ZA, are you excited? Just middle of the road or not interested? Because I don't want to do would you buy it because I feel like most people are just gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Even if they're not interested, I think that they might actually buy it. My Cyndaquil was a starter Pokemon in Arceus along with Oshawott and Rowlet. Oh, okay, so they already did Cyndaquil. I guess I didn't notice at that point that those weren't the same generation Pokemon. All right, there's a poll up right now if you guys want to vote. My thoughts are I'm excited because I loved Arceus and I want more of Arceus.
Right.
So I'm going to give this game a shot. I think some things that are going to let it down are the frame rates are going to bother me. Arceus was definitely more put together than Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet was bug central. Arceus, I rarely had any bugs. It was pretty competent in that sense. So I'm not expecting too much of that. I think I'm going to be disappointed by the visuals just because Gamefreak refuses to get help, which is something I've talked about a ton.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to be. I guess I'm trying to be excited. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
trying to be
feel
excited.
That. I feel that. Like it for me. And I know that this is not, it's not conducive with like being on a Nintendo podcast, right? But for me, visuals are very important. Like it's a key element to being immersed.
Visuals
in the
are
game that I'm playing. So
when the game looks as bad as this,
yes,
like you'd be content with like Breath of the Wild graphics, or like Xenoblade graphics.
I am content with them.
But this is rough, and I wouldn't even blame somebody for not wanting to play the game, even if it's fun, because of how it looks.
Right.
Because for some people, that's a bare minimum.
Yeah. There's not much else to say about. I just it's important to me that it looks good. So
I
don't know.
I feel like I'm kind of like excited about it right now because I've seen it, and the new battling mechanic is interesting. But other than that, there was nothing new in this. Now, if I'm really being critical, other than the new battling mechanic they added, it's literally exactly what we expected. Nothing's really different. They didn't add anything. We didn't even get any ham sandwiches in this one. Remember, ham sandwiches were a big deal in Scarlet and Violet.
Sandwich, yeah.
And it seems like it's downscaled in the sense that it is just in one city, and the city does not look that big. I mean, there is the rooftops, which double it, I guess. So I don't know if we saw anything today that we couldn't just expect from what we were told months ago.
What if there's like a metro? That could be cool.
Like a subway?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be a cutscene.
You think so?
If you're taking a train in the game?
No, I'm not talking about taking a train. I'm talking about being in like the train stations and stuff,
I think if there's any, it would be cool to have an underground. I agree. If there's any kind of underground and train system, they'll probably do it behind a JPEG.
Yeah.
Just like in Scarlet and Violet, when you would eat an ice cream, you would eat a JPEG of an ice cream.
Right. Yeah. And if it's anything like Paris, maybe it's got some like catacombs, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So we can like find some weird old dead Pokemon in it or something like that.
I think I'll have to wait and see what new Pokemon looks like and make my mind up from there. I don't think there will be any new Pokemon. I think the Legend series is all the same Pokemon. Please let this be a Zelda situation. The Deep. Cody, someone said exactly Cody Wood just sounds jaded. I'm trying to be so positive right now, but let me see what Cody said.
I disagree. No. What? Hold on.
I'm sorry,
there's many times where I would be happy to accuse you of being jaded, okay? But I think that we're all on the same page about this. The poll has 41% of people saying it's mid. So are we all jaded? I don't understand. You know? And you said you even said you're excited. If you were to vote in that poll, you would have said excited.
I'm excited, but I'm definitely jaded.
Yeah.
I sorry.
No, you are jaded. No, I get
think,
that.
I gotta be honest. I think if you are a Pokemon fan and you're not jaded at this point,
yes,
you've got a little bit too much of Pokemon up your butt.
I think I was more defending the fact that you're not like, you know, you're not approaching this in poor taste.
I'll say this honestly, and I'm not trying to upset anyone's feelings. If you are an honest Pokemon fan, like you're a fan of Pokemon, and you're not jaded by them at this point, and you're not expecting more, I don't think you're as big of a Pokemon fan as you think. Right. I think you're a pretty casual fan. If you're not asking for more or expecting more or wanting more than what Pokemon has been giving us in their main series, and you're content with how they are, I don't know if you're the level of Pokemon fan that I am, and I'm not even that much of a fan. I
kind of disagree, actually. I think that people who are content with this are super fans because they'll just be happy with any Pokemon stuff that gets fed to them. Right? I think that they're bad consumers, is what they are. You know,
I don't know. Maybe it's a little from column A, a little from column B.
Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah.
Because I feel like casual Pokemon fans, like that aren't really into Pokemon but want to give it a shot, if they picked it up and they saw what it looked like, they would probably just not play it.
Super chat from CS for €5. Thank you. Says, please take a look at the Pokemon website. It has a map of the city and other cool stuff. Also, champions will be huge for competitive.
I'll have to believe you on champions because I'm pretty sure it's a mobile game.
Can I see the map? I love a good map. I'm a big map fan.
Let me try and find it.
What's it called? I love geography. They said the Pokemon website. I don't know.
Pokemon website. So, yeah. I'll just type in Pokemon website then.
Okay.
Is the Pokemon Champions thing not just an app on mobile? Is it not? It's not coming to console, is it? I might have missed that if it's coming to console. It's not on the website. Not immediately, so I don't know how to find that. Pokemon Legends map. ZA map. 6 hours ago on Reddit. Reddit's got me. This is not a good map.
Oh, is it not? Oh, well.
You can show it, but it's not gonna give you much of an idea.
Oh. It's like a cartoony map. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, this is giving me absolutely nothing. But it does look, to me...
It's literally an amusement park is what it is.
It's like an amusement park map. Yeah. To me, this looks small. If I'm being honest, this looks like I could walk around this city in a game in a day.
Right.
I mean, maybe I'm crazy for that, but...
Also, I remember Zero Gifted Subs before when they super chatted said about the language, the written language being gibber. I think it looks stupid. The language.
I don't even care about that. I'm not even looking at that. All right, let me pull away. Let me go back to the chat here.
Yes, and while you're doing that, we also had a $5 super chat from X.Matt said, I wonder if they showed footage from the Switch and not from the Switch 2 because of Nintendo not allowing Switch 2 stuff yet.
Someone said that's not the map he's talking about, but there's like a couple links here, and every map is that map. So if there's a different map, let me know.
Help us with a like a link in chat, like a non-working link that like they take the dot out of it.
The map is higher res than the game. That's funny.
That's unfortunate.
Champions, I cannot scroll up with this mouse. Champions looks fun, but you know that advert trolled us all into wanting old games. They won't give us classic collection. Okay, well let's go back and watch that, and then we'll just. Champions is on console. The trailer is dope. Yeah, I think that I saw the trailer. I think the trailer is tricking you a little bit. But let me pull it back and we'll watch this whole trailer. I think they're preying on your nostalgia a bit here, but let's watch. So we got the Game Boy, original Game Boys playing Pokemon with the link cable. Whoa, that kid is sweating.
Sweating, bro.
Sweating playing the Game Boy.
It's a turn-based game. Like,
Yeah. And then Pokemon Stadium. So obviously they're leaning into this. This is like Pokemon Stadium.
yeah.
And then Game Boy Advance with link cables. The Wii Pokemon Stadium, I suppose. The DS Pokemon Stadium. I didn't know there was one. I think that might just be Pokemon games at this point. And then on a phone. It all comes together on a phone.
Oh. You guys have phones, right?
You guys have phones, right? See, I mean, it looks like Pokemon Stadium. The fact that it's on a phone, though, is not giving me much confidence. And maybe I'm crazy for that.
Oh, it's cross-platform.
It is on platform, too, but like so is like Unite.
Yeah.
And Unite on Switch feels like a mobile game.
Right.
That you're playing on the console.
It does, yeah.
I'm a little wary when it is also for mobile because that means it's free with microtransactions.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. Oh, he's still sweating.
Why is everyone sweating? Like
Sweating so much. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Everybody that's saying like this is looking awesome, you can't tell yet.
Yeah, we don't know what this is going to look like.
All they've done here is they've massively preyed on our nostalgia for this idea, and then shown us a out of engine rendered gameplay in an actual stadium with people. Like, I don't know if you guys and Pokemon Go is a great game. It's fun. But if you remember the original launch trailer for Pokemon Go, where people were walking around cities and they were like real Pokemon and they were seeing them in the real world. And it's like, I mean, I guess they're kind of representing what the game is going to look like. But end of the day, it's like little guys on a map.
Yeah.
It's not that we're not actually looking at the game right now is what I'm saying.
I don't know if that's the best example though, because you did see them in AR. So that is kind of what they were going for there. Right.
Sure. I don't know if you know the trailer I'm talking about.
I don't.
Where it's like super high action and they're like battling in the city and it's like this.
Yeah,
it's
it's bullshit.
Yeah. I don't doubt that there will be two Pokemon standing across from each other battling, but we don't know the in-depth complexity of the battle system or like if it's pay to win like Unite was when it released. Call me jaded. I mean, I am, because I have seen Nintendo and Pokemon release these apps on the mobile store. Even the new TCG app,
right?
I feel like is so microtransaction heavy, and I really feel like they stop giving you good cards if you're not paying.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do really think so.
People love that game too.
I mean, I'm pretty addicted to it, but even I feel like the money side of it all affects the gameplay experience.
Carrying out the planning for this project, while development is being handled by the Pokemon Works. And Pokemon Champions will be coming not only to the Nintendo Switch family of systems, but to mobile devices too.
Family of systems.
You'll be able to choose how you want to play based on where you are. What's more,
it also interacts with Home, so you can transfer your Pokemon from Go and Scarlet and Violet into Home and into Champions, which is interesting. I just wish they had shown the game and how the game works a bit more.
Forward to battling Pokemon trainers from all corners of the world.
So when is this happening? Like,
I don't know. It's so long, and they talk so much.
why they voice over the Japanese guy but not the Spanish guy?
I don't know. Chat, anyone know when that's coming out? All right, you can cut back. So I want to see chat. Anyone know when that's coming out? I gotta wait for chat to catch up. It always gets so far behind.
Take a minute.
Did they already cover the extended look at Pokemon ZA on the Pokemon I don't know. I did that. That's what I looked at today in my main video.
Right.
Was the separate thing.
Shouts out.
I honestly hope it's just normal turn-based Pokemon for this one, not weird tapping phone crap. And that's the thing. We don't know.
We have no idea.
We don't know how it plays. Because, like, with mobile games and look at their mentality with Pokemon TCG. They streamlined everything. They streamlined the battling.
Yeah.
So that it would be easier to battle. They streamlined everything because everything is retention now. Everything is how quickly can you get in and out of things, and how can we get people to stay on the app, and people having long drawn out 6-team Pokemon battles where they're doing move after move after move on a mobile game where people are expected to play this on the toilet or in a waiting room or something like that. They're going to want to speed this up. They don't want people disconnecting from battles. They're going to, if it's a mobile game, that's going to affect how the game is played 100%.
Right.
It's going to be quick. It's going to be streamlined. I think at most you're going to get 2v2 battles. I don't know if you're going to have many more, maybe one Pokemon on retainer that you can switch in. I don't think we're getting the full Pokemon Stadium experience with the mini games that we used to have and like a whole battle. Like I don't know what. I'm just saying the mobile game of it all is going to make it quick, streamlined, and introduce microtransactions.
Right.
And for me, who grew up with the original games, if you're going to pray to my nostalgia and pray to what it was like playing games back then and playing Pokemon Stadium back then, that's what I want now. And that's what you're setting me up for now. And sorry if I sound jaded, I just highly doubt that's what we're getting.
Yeah. I think that like, to go off what you said, right? That like the retention is obviously something that they're trying to focus on, because if you look at like how battling works in the new TCG Pocket game, they've vastly simplified how that works compared to like how the actual TCG works. So that's one thing. Also, battling, if battling in this is anything like battling in Pokemon Go, so many people are going to be out so quick, because I feel like battling in Pokemon Go, maybe I'm like alone in this, is so stupid.
Yeah, it's really
the fact that they have championships for that shit doesn't make any, like, you got two guys sitting across from each other at a table just tapping away at their phones.
It is really dumb.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I highly doubt that's how you'll interact with it here, but I don't know if there'll be like a different way of interacting with it. I don't know. Someone said it's not called Pokemon Stadium. No, I know, but that's what they're trying to put across by showing you all the old link cables and people playing Pokemon Stadium, and now it's two Pokemon fighting each other in a stadium. They're trying to prey off of that, but if it was that, like they're kind of leaning towards in the nostalgia clips, they would call it Pokemon Stadium.
Right.
But it's not. It's Pokemon Champions. And someone else said Pokemon Unite matches aren't exactly short. Pokemon Unite matches are about 10 minutes long, which for a MOBA game, is really short.
Yeah.
Like League of Legends and
like
Dota matches, 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
Those games go. Unite is like a brief. There's in Dota you can do quick play or quick matches or something, and those can sometimes be 10 minutes, but more often than not 15, 20. And Unite's even quicker than that. Like when I play Unite, it's fun, but I had to stop playing it because right when Unite would get good, right when you finally leveled up and you've got all your abilities and you're starting to get fed and wreck in the game ends. Like right at the good spot of any other MOBA is when Unite ends, because it's so quick.
Yeah, Unite doesn't cater to the toilet gamer, like you said before, right? And this, I feel like this Champions thing is probably gonna cater more to the toilet gamer.
Yeah. You know? Pokken isn't really Pokemon; it's a beat 'em up. This is not Pokken Tournament. I'm just reading comments. They specifically showed double battles. Yes, they did. I hate the whole microtransaction scene. There is no game in the App Store that doesn't have them, or at least possibility to buy. No, 1,000%. This game will have microtransactions.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's just for me, it's like that's not. When I think of a game that has longevity that I'm going to enjoy and sit down and play on my console, that game does not have microtransactions.
Right.
Not in the sense of like anything pay to win or anything that the other Pokemon games have introduced. Because like Pokemon TCG, you can pay to get more and to speed things up and get quicker. Now, other than like battling people, you're not really getting an advantage other than getting the cool cards quicker or more cards quicker. It's not really that dire. In Unite, there was pay to win elements when it first came out. In Pokemon Go, you can pay to hatch Pokemon quicker. You can pay to do a lot of things quicker. So again, it's just not, for me, it's not an enjoyable experience.
it doesn't feel like it's a game to me anymore.
No,
What
it
we're
feels like
seeing.
it feels like a
Doesn't feel
mobile game.
No, it doesn't even feel like a mobile game. It just like I feel like calling this a game is almost disingenuous, right? Because it feels like they're sort of like building this Pokemon online Web3-esque ecosystem for Pokemon now, where it's like you've got your Pokemon and Go, and then you can move it into champions, this and that. It feels like it's like we're just collecting stuff in a virtual space at this point. And it's not really a game anymore. It's more just like, look at all this fancy shit that I have, you know?
Okay.
That's how I feel about it, you know? If anyone's gonna get accused of being jaded, let it be me.
I like the home idea. If this was like Stadium, Kim and I talked about this recently, but one of the coolest things for me as a kid was taking my sprites from my Game Boy Color games and putting them into Stadium and seeing my Pokemon in full. That's something they've been doing since like I was a kid.
Yep.
So the idea of having a Stadium-like game where I could take a Pokemon I've trained up in Scarlet and Violet and battle it against somebody, although I could just do that in Scarlet and Violet, I think. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure you can just battle someone in Scarlet and Violet. It's still cool. I like the concept, but yeah, I guess we'll have to see.
Right.
Because we don't know. Maybe this game is like a unicorn mobile game that has no microtransactions and is a fully fledged Pokemon Stadium style game. And I'll love it, and I'll be addicted to it.
Right.
I just can't think of a mobile crossover game that has captured me that same way yet. Maybe this will be the first time.
Hopefully.
Is there a game that's on consoles that's also on mobile that has really, other than games that have gone to mobile eventually, like Genshin Impact went to mobile eventually, even that's microtransaction heavy, but that's a really popular one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what mobile to console crossover game from day one has actually been successful.
Let me tell you about the gospel of a little game called Roblox.
Was that mobile same day?
I don't know if it's same day, but it's I would say probably kids are widely playing it on their iPads, right? Like it's very mobile focused, I think, for kids. So
Balatro, sure. A lot of indie games, but Balatro is no, that doesn't count because that was like $10 and it had no microtransactions.
I agree.
That was just an indie game that came out on mobile.
Well, I play a little game called Mahjong Soul, and that's cross-platform day one, and I love it. So
Pokemon Champions is a $60 game on mobile, you think?
Nah, no way, bro.
No shot.
Ain't no shot.
If it's a $60 game, I will eat all of my words. Because then it won't have microtransactions.
No. I mean, I wouldn't put it past... Well, I think Pokemon would do that, but but I wouldn't put it past some companies to do that.
All right, let's keep going through some of the... I mean, honestly, there's nothing else to go through, if we're being real. You can cut to me. I'll just skim through it. They're doing new episodes of Pokemon Concierge, which that was a really great show. Really if you haven't seen it, it's all stop motion. Yeah. Kim and I loved it. Very heartfelt.
Me too.
That's coming in September. There's DLC for Pokemon Unite, their other mobile game. There's updates to the trading card game of some kind.
New set or no?
Huh?
New set?
No idea.
Okay.
And then that's it. It's the whole thing.
And then Z8.
Yeah.
Well,
do you actually care about this?
No, I don't. Not really. No.
Okay. No. All right. Cut away. And one more Pokemon themed thing that they didn't put into that Presents that I thought was pretty cool is this. Pokemon and Honda have teamed up together to make a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet motorbike.
I feel like this is pretty cool.
This is sick, actually. I don't know why this wasn't in the event. Yeah. Honda Power Your Dreams. It's literally a Koraidon, whatever it's called. I believe Koraidon.
Yeah, you could ride on this Honda.
You co-ride? Is that what they called it, Koraidon? Because you can ride on it?
I don't think that's why they called it that, but I've been making that joke, not about riding a Honda, but about riding something else.
I don't understand. This can't be what the bike looks like, because it's got spikes on the wheels, for one. And this is clearly like a 3D model. Maybe there's like there's wheels. I know what it is. There's wheels inside. This is a casing.
Yeah.
There's wheels inside, and there's probably like a part here that touches the floor.
It's a Moto Compacto.
I was picturing those like giant wheels, the whole thing spinning.
Yeah.
And definitely not.
I
don't know how much that's gonna cost.
Can you go to the frame of it, the whole thing in view again?
I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I want one.
You ever see it like like a mall, and they have those things
That you ride
kids,
and
the
it's
kids
like,
ride around
it rocks
on?
you back and forth.
No, it doesn't rock you back. I'm talking about like they actually have those things on wheels at malls now where you could pay to like let your kid ride on it and it goes around at like 1 mile an hour. Kind of reminds me of that.
It does look very silly.
It does
but
look kind of silly.
I want it.
It's cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I want it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We got a super chat from Monado Max. $10. Thank you so much. Just got here, so you might have talked about this already, but the Shovel Knight concert was incredible. Didn't get a chance to say hello at the concert, but that event was amazing. Oh, you were there.
Oh,
Okay.
you were there?
Well, damn.
Why didn't you say hello? Did
Should've.
you see me? We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Quickly,
I
last...
wasn't there. Distinct lack of an invite, even though it's in my city, but hey.
We didn't want to get COVID.
I didn't have COVID at that
So
time.
last weekend, Bob, Hannah, Kim, E, Erica, and I, as pictured here, as you can see, all went to the Shovel Knight concert. Big shout out to Celia from Yacht Club Games for inviting us and sitting us all together too. Bob looks absolutely insane in this picture, by the way.
In this picture?
Yeah, I can't zoom in anymore, but you get the idea.
I do.
It was really cool, really great time. So I expected when we heard we're going to a Shovel Knight live concert,
Zoom out more.
I expected it to be like a orchestra or something, but it ended up being just like a band, which is pretty cool. Felt
Pretty dope.
more like it felt more indie. So here I have a little bit of it. They timed a lot of it up to the gameplay too, which was nice.
Yeah. Can I tell you something straight up, dude?
What's that?
One of my are you done showing this?
Sure.
Cut back. One of my like all-time, I guess, bucket list things to do. And if anybody ever hears of one happening in New York City, please tell me and hit me up, or just in the local area. I want to play Mario Kart while they're like playing the music on stage. You know, you ever seen something like that?
There's a place you can go for that.
I would love to do that. Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a thing, and I've seen plenty of videos of it, and I would love to do that.
You should do it.
Maybe I will.
So yeah, anyway, thank you, Celia, for the invite. It was a lot of fun. And it was like an hour and a half too. And the main guy, he's from the big 8-bit big band or something. He has another band where he does this kind of stuff. And we went out for dinner as well, which is really nice. We just spent a night out in New York. So that was fun. It was a good time.
Yay, cool. Love it.
How long have we been live?
57 minutes and 59 seconds.
Speaking of the baby, do we get the baby to do this, do you think? Max sent me this.
Yes. But Max also said in his message, if I recall, that you could do this if you want to exploit your baby for views.
It's not really exploiting.
No, I guess not.
When he's a baby too, like we don't know how much we want to show him or at all. We haven't decided that at all. Mm-hmm. But when he's like a baby, all babies look the same.
Yeah.
I'm not really too worried about it when he's like a baby. But like, you know, this is just like a cute little fun thing.
Yeah.
You can't even see this baby's face really.
You're kind of right though, actually. Now that I think about it.
All this, we've seen 3 babies now. They could all be the same baby 3 times.
Yeah. Couldn't distinguish them. Couldn't pick one out in a lineup.
I don't know why you would ever have a lineup of babies that you would have to pick.
So where were you on the morning of February 3rd?
This is cute. Mostly I want to do it because I want to know what he would pick. This one's already walking. This one decided a long time ago. Of course, Charmander. I feel like Charmander is a good go-to for babies because he's so bright.
Yeah.
He's like bright orange, and the other two are both blue and kind of blend in. Sorry, I'm just watching all these babies now. He's already dressed as Pikachu. He's cheating.
Yeah. He's biased.
Should we do that? Yay or nay? Poll in chat?
I don't think you need a. Do you need
Yes
a poll
or
for
no?
that?
Should we do that with the baby? Yes or no?
I
Poll
think
in
you
chat.
should. I think you should. I'll make the poll though. Let me end by the way, the last poll was 44% excited, 42% mid, and 13% not for me.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Also, guys, after this episode today, if you haven't already watched my reaction on beatemups, I'd appreciate it if you go over and we go watch that. I apologize if I seem a little tired today. I've already filmed that video and done 2 thumbnails, and I'm a little tired. I was up late last night. Yes, yes, I should. Only if you do all the starters. What do you mean all the? No, it's got to be it's got to be the original 3.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I like how you said, should we make the baby pick a starter, almost like it's our baby. Should we make the baby?
I don't know what you want me to tell you. $5 Canadian money from the funny man says, I feel and hope the reason it looks bad.
No, there's no other reason than it just looks bad.
Yeah. Is because it's being built mainly for Switch 2, but they're not allowed to show any footage of them yet. Yeah, I think we discussed that earlier. Yeah.
I hate to tell you that's not the case. They just can't make a game.
Game
but
Freak-
I appreciate the hopefulness.
Gamefreak just wildly incompetent. So
They're really incompetent. I have a few things to go over, but we can save them for the bonus episode. I just want to let you guys know what we're going to look at. There's some talk about a new Mario and Rabbids game, but also the creator of that game being upset at Ubisoft.
Yeah.
There's a Xenoblade overview trailer I wanted to look at, and a couple other fun things that I wanted to look at, but I want to get that voicemail before we leave.
Yeah, let me pull it up. You talk to chat, okay? I'll put your lower third up. Just say things.
Okay, wait, what?
Just putting your lower third up.
You don't got to do that.
Why not?
Wooden Hand Baby. What are you planning to go to PAX East? I've already talked about this. It depends on the baby. It depends when the baby comes. We have no idea. Baby will be like 9 months, but yes, I don't know what that means. They need Monolith. I don't know why they're the only game studio that's refusing to get help from Monolith. Monolith has helped with Zelda. They've helped with everything. Like Nintendo have now acquired them in their back pocket. I don't know why game. It doesn't make any sense to me. They're so stubborn.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It should work.
Hey Wood, this is Tyler. Big fan of the show. Hope you get that 100,000 for that play button. Congrats on the baby.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
I am thinking that there's a possibility for a casting option for this Switch 2. Not a second screen, but the option to take it portable, but then you have some capability to play it on the TV and on the Switch device while you're holding it. So you'll almost have like the Switch 2, but better. What are your thoughts? Thank you. Bye.
I don't understand.
So
what do you mean the Switch 2 but better?
He's I think what he meant to say was the Wii U.
Oh, the Wii U 2 but better. That last bit threw me.
Yeah.
That's an idea that I had in my video. I put out that idea in my Switch 2 whatever video that I made. I don't even remember what video it was in. Yeah,
so do you think that you'd be casting to the dock, or how does that work?
Yeah. It came from the idea of the console having a C button, and me thinking maybe that meant cast. The only thing I could think of for why would you have a dedicated button that says cast is if you could cast directly to the TV, and the best way to do that would be to go through the dock and use it like a Stadia dongle almost, and just stream your game to the TV. Yeah. So
can I say something, by the way, about
thanks for the voicemail.
Thank you. Yeah. Can I say something, by the way, about the dual screen concept?
What?
So if Nintendo if they do the dual screen thing as is described in that image that we were all looking at in that video, I will get an embarrassing Pokemon tattoo or something. There's no possible way that happens. I don't see that. There's no way.
Okay.
It would be so wobbly. There's just no way. It would be awful.
What do you mean wobbly?
Have you look? You gotta look at the image again, dude. It would just be wobbling all over the place. It would not.
Dude, that was a fan mock-up.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. People think that this thing can actually happen. It can't. There's no way. couldn't
There's
happen.
absolutely a way.
It would. I'm
Your
telling you
issue
right
is
now,
you
no.
think it would be wobbly?
Yes, it would be so wobbly. There's no way this would work, dude. Like, I'm telling you right now, the laws of physics do not allow this.
Baffled
Like,
by you right now.
why are you baffled by this? I'm so confident that that would not work.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't even know how to begin.
What, do you have insider information that I don't know? Because I'm telling you right now, there's no
You think
way.
there is absolutely no way that Nintendo could design a screen that sits on top of an already rigid screen that wouldn't be
design
wobbly?
it? Could they design it? Yes. Could they design it in a way that it wouldn't be wobbly? I don't think so. Like, it would. The only way that they could do it
Do I
is
need
if
to
it
get a
is if it was.
DS?
It would have to be in case.
Do I need to go get a 3DS?
That's okay. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, there's just no way because like a 3DS is its own system, right? Okay, so the whole thing hinges on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like if you have something that attaches to it, it would have to encase the entire thing.
No, it would just have to clip onto the top.
No, it wouldn't. If it clipped on the top, it would be wobbly.
Nope.
If it clipped on the top, it'd be wobbly. I'm telling you right now. There's no way. I'm so sure of this. 3D printed. Okay, man, I'm telling you right now, there's no way.
So in, I believe, is it Switzerland? They have a Hadron Collider. It's 16 miles long.
Yeah.
And the whole thing works together in all its little intricate pieces to spin around so quickly it can split an atom.
Yeah.
You don't think there's another human on Earth that could design a top screen that wouldn't be wobbly on top of a Switch?
I don't think that you could design it in such a way that it wouldn't be wobbly unless it encased the entire system.
One, who's to say that wouldn't be the case? Two, absolutely you could, without question.
This has yet to be determined then, because I do not see it. I don't see any humanly possible way that this could happen.
That's insane. That's insane that your brain is so limited.
It would have to hook it. My brain is limited. My brother in Christ.
You can't imagine a way?
I can imagine. I just told you a way that I can imagine it would do it, but it can't just clip on the top.
And you think that that's the only way?
Yes, I do. I truly do. Because if you can pull up the image, please? Pull up
That's a fan image.
I understand it's a fan image, okay? But
we're not working on that image. Nintendo didn't make that image.
We're not working on that image. I'm saying that
will that fan image be wobbly? Probably.
Yes.
I agree with you.
But what I'm saying though is that unless what they make comes down and clasps the entire Switch, there's no way it's not going to be wobbly.
Okay. Maybe that's what it will do. Or maybe they'll just have like clips on top that it clips in and snaps into place.
This might not even happen.
Yeah, it might not even happen.
So I like the little mouse thing you made, by the way, speaking of Switch 2 stuff.
Yeah, because you can make anything.
Yeah.
You can literally make anything.
I think that's really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like that.
Do a poll.
A poll for what? Will it be wobbly?
No. Is there a way that a top screen can be designed to not wobble?
Oh, my God. All right, fine. Also, 86%.
This conversation's giving me brain damage.
86% said yes, you should have the baby do
yes, thank you for that.
Thing.
Appreciate that.
All right. Poll. Is there a way to make a top screen not wobble? Start poll.
I don't really even feel like I need to
I don't think this poll is even fair because yeah, there is a way to make it not wobble. It's to make it encase the entire Switch, which is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Caveat on the poll.
Stop the poll and write other than encasing the whole Switch.
How about just that's the caveat for the poll?
No, because they've already voted and it's 75% yes. Do it
God.
again. Bad poll.
Bad poll.
Other than encasing the whole Switch.
Okay. Start a poll.
Wood's in rage mode. I'm not. He is.
Can it?
I don't have a way of like. I don't think I even need to argue the point.
I'm sorry, but you brought up the Large Hadron Collider as your example for this, as if the people who work at Nintendo are smashing particles together, right? I'm not saying that they're not competent people.
My example for that is there are things that humans have done that are so unbelievably possible that attaching a top screen that doesn't wobble has to be on the low totem pole of designer.
Right, but
aspects.
we work within the confines of the laws of physics, though, right?
It does. There's just, I can already see it. I can already just see a way
Yeah,
that
I can
it
see
snaps
it, and
on
I
top.
can see it, and I can see it wobbling. That's it. Unless it doesn't have, there's nothing there for it to latch onto apart from.
There's the whole switch for it to latch
it's
onto.
just
Just have it click in.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It has to latch on.
You realize the
to whole
Joy-Cons
Switch.
themselves click in
Yes, but
without
but,
attaching around the whole unit.
no, I get that, but
So
but
design
it
something
goes,
that clicks in the same way on the
different.
top.
You're talking about female to male rather than male to female. It's different.
No, it's the same.
It's different.
It's the same.
I'm telling you, it's different.
It's reversed, but it's the same.
I cannot wait to be. Well, I'm not gonna get like I'm not gonna get like vindicated here. There's no way.
But beyond the screen issue, it baffles me that you could even have this limited scope knowledge of thinking that something could not exist if designed to exist.
I'm saying it can be designed to exist, but it needs to be very different.
I don't
from
think
the way that it's been presented.
I think there's
to
100
us.
ways to do anything in life. I don't think anything has one way. I don't think there's anything that can only be done one way.
Well, here's the thing, and I think that this is good actually. 60% of people say that it's possible, right? In this chat right now, 40% agree with me.
Okay, that's fine. I think you've confused a lot of people.
So bonus episode coming up just now then, yeah. We never did the sponsor.
Oh
If
no,
we
it's
were
fine.
gonna-
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Chat is the instigator. Yeah, I know. Chat just wants to go against me, I think, is what it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let me have this. All right.
I can't let you have it.
No, I'm saying
can't. I realistically can't.
chat for the 40% of you that agree with me, please just say that you agree with me for the sake of agreeing with me rather than disagreeing with Wood. Like, let me have this, please.
I would love to know if it's like ever been done before on any other device where like a screen has been attached on top as
And it
like
didn't wobble?
as an example. I don't know how I would find that per se, but I Google imaged it and I'm just getting laptops with two screens.
I mean, even laptops be wobbling, you know?
Well, those screens are huge.
Yeah, but this screen would also be huge, though.
No.
I think, yeah, it would be.
I already had this conversation with Max in our Nontendo chat because he was like, don't you think it would be heavy? But you can get screens, like right now you can order a screen off eBay that's like a third of the weight of a Switch.
Right.
Because the Switch has all its internals. So the screen on the top, it only has to be a very flat OLED or regular LED screen or OLED screen or whatever it is. It'll be very flat. It'd be very lightweight. And then as long as you secure the base on both the top on the left and the right, so it like clicks in some way, and then it has a joint along that top part that clicks in, that folds, it's fine. And I mean, I don't know like what the barometer of wobbly is, but if you think you're gonna like wave it and the guy's gonna be moving around like this, I don't think so.
I just think that as far as anchor points for connecting to the top, or I guess technically the bottom of the Switch is concerned, the only thing there really is the USB-C port. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it wraps
No,
around.
you can just in life we have clips.
I get. Okay,
So
we can move past this. It's
So the
fine.
Switch screen, there's like a whole area of bezel
Yeah.
in between the top of the screen and in between the two Joy-Cons. So you can just clip into the top. The whole thing might be a clip that you clip in.
Right.
Then you said the male to female, so it could be a female clip that goes over the top.
Mark Reed UK, thank you for the £5. Says my thinking is the Satisfy grip doesn't wobble and it doesn't encase the whole Switch. It does. It literally does.
No, I would say he's right.
It's possible if it held supporting.
I would say he is right. The Satisfy grip, it clips onto the side.
Yeah, but it clips onto the entire Switch. The whole Switch goes into it. Like,
Okay, it clips onto the side though. So
yeah,
you could
but the
clip
whole thing goes into it. The
so you
whole
could
thing
clip
goes
onto
into
the
it.
top.
If it
the
was a
Switch.
screen attached to a Satisfy grip, it wouldn't wobble. I agree with that. Yeah.
There's
But
also
this is exactly what I said before.
there's
It would have to
also for
encase the whole Switch.
phones, and so this is actually a good example of how it's been done before. For phones, you can get like little hands to play the thing with, and all that has is like a band, like a stretchy band, and you just stretch it up and you clip it on top.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, It's exactly what I'm saying. That
So
would
what's your
work
problem?
fine. The problem is that it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work by just popping something on top. It would have to clasp onto the entire Switch. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time.
You said encase the
Yes,
entire
encase
Switch.
the Switch.
Not
yes.
like a clasp on the whole Switch.
That to me, that's encasing the whole Switch. Yeah.
Okay, well, to most people that isn't.
Oh my God! All right.
But what's your problem then? If there's a way of doing it where it doesn't wobble, either with one clasp or the whole thing, or a way that it would work, why is that the barrier of like it's not going to happen?
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying it's not going to look as sleek and cool as the way that they're putting it out to look. Like
who's putting
the
it out
fan-made
to look?
thing, yeah.
But I said from the start that's a fan-made thing. That's
agree.
not how it's going to look.
I agree. I want to move past this conversation so badly. You have no idea.
Well, I did a whole episode with Kim about this thing and how I think it's possible, and then you came in right now and you were like, "There's no way it's happening." So
There's no way it's happening like that.
But I said in the episode, this is a fan mock-up. Obviously, it won't look like this.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about the possibility of 2 screens.
Yeah. I also, to be perfectly truthful though, I feel like it's unnecessary. Also, I feel like it's a lot. It's too much. Like that's my opinion about it. Even if they do get it to work and not wobble, I think it's too much.
Okay, that's a different conversation.
I didn't get to talk about it last time. I want to be able to talk about it.
Okay,
so you know.
Thinks Movers says the DS wasn't wobbly. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. That's not my point, but okay.
But that wasn't encased in the whole thing. That was just attached on the edges with like hinges. So if you clipped it onto the side of the Switch with hinges,
I swear to God, dude, I can't. It's just not the same thing. Like it just isn't
it
the
is.
same
It is though.
It isn't the same thing.
Do I need to bring up the Hadron Collider?
Oh my God, we're just be bringing up the Hadron Collider every time.
Wood running around the field with the goalpost. I don't know what you're talking about. Ham is the one with the goalpost here.
So the Patreon, I want to put the Patreon scroll up so bad right now, dude.
Price $700 with a second screen, probably.
It would be too much, yeah.
The DS absolutely was a little wobbly though. The DS was a little wobbly.
It was.
Yeah, but it was fine for like 10 years. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. It was okay.
The 3DS had a nicer hinge, but it was still a little wobbly.
The OG DS was really bad for that. It got bad.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be like you're playing in an earthquake.
No.
But I'm sure baseline, if Nintendo released it, it would be nice.
It would have to be.
If they found a way to do it, it would be good.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Would I sent it on Twitter? I'm not logged in on Twitter. But I appreciate it. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you sent. Hadron Collider makes everything wobble at the atomic level. True. See, even the Hadron Collider wobbles.
Swear to God, yeah. Well, the Earth shifts and stuff, doesn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, true. You want to get out of here?
I do. I've been saying.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. We got a bonus episode to do. If you wouldn't mind watching that, I'd appreciate it. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about. Thank you all for the Patreons and everybody down here that's supporting the show. Thank you for Ham for coming back here.
Thank you for having me back.
Last time,
despite my last time.
Yeah, I feel like you're wobbling the show too much.
Oh my God, dude.
I appreciate you all. Go watch the video that I put up today and like, comment wherever you're listening. I appreciate it. Sorry it was more of a visual podcast today, but that's what it's like every time we react to like events like this.
Yeah. And become a patron.
Ham, anything you want to add? Anything from other episodes you disagree with?
No. Just stay safe out there. Everyone's getting sick right now. Don't get sick like I did.
You were sick for like 3 weeks.
I was sick for
brutal. Every time I messaged you,
2 weeks,
dying.
and then I did a courtesy week. So yeah, it was bad.
If I get sick,
no, you should be okay. You'll be all right.
I want to be sturdy on my feet next week.
Okay.
You know what I don't want to be next week?
Sick.
Wobbling.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.